The leader of the Chilean Catholic Church, Archbishop Ricardo Esati, was summoned by prosecutors to answer questions this week. He's not a witness, but the target of an investigation into a cover-up of sexual abuse of children and adults by the clergy. The church's sex abuse scandal continues to shake Chile as prosecutors investigate not only the abuse, but also the cover-up by the church's hierarchy. All 34 of Chile's bishops offered their resignations in May. The Vatican has now taken an active role. Pope Francis admitted grave errors in judgment in his response to the scandal after his visit to Chile earlier this year. And the Pope even invited victims of one priest to the Vatican to ask for their forgiveness and to listen to their suggestions to stop the abuse. José Andrés Murillo was one of those victims to meet with the Pope. He is now the director of a foundation that offers support to sex abuse victims.
We face a major change. For a long time, sex abuse of children was taboo and was not talked about. Now we know that between 20 and 40% of the population has been victims of sex abuse before the age of 18.
A lawyer for Murillo and two other victims says what is happening in these cases may be used as a warning to other churches.
All of a sudden, the Pope assumes that he committed mistakes by defending the abusers, and he apologizes publicly for that and decides to turn this Chilean case into a sort of a case study for the international community. And everybody from the United States today and Europe, they're watching what the Church and the Pope is doing concerning the child abuse cases in Chile, because clearly that's going to be a policy to be applied in the rest of the world.
On Monday, Chile's national prosecutor published details that give an idea of the scale of their investigation into the church sex abuse. They found cases that date back decades from across the country and have investigated 158 members of the church and have found over 260 victims. Chile was once the most Catholic country in Latin America, but as its hierarchy is implicated in the investigation of widespread abuse and cover-up, more and more are turning their backs on it. Joel Richards, CGTN, Santiago.